The Moon Mandala and the Wisdom of the Firepath, Time of the Harvest Moon. Summer now fades. The days are still sweet with warmth. The night air still comfortably cool. The tree frogs with their nocturnal chorus have long gone, and the petals of the rose blossoms now fall away. They say fall is a season of surrender and letting go. It is also the season of harvesting what we have sown, of finding sustenance for those long winter months to come. As I write this reflection, sitting by the mossy banks of the Green River, it is the words of the mystic Rumi that rise up. He says, "All things as they grow say this truth. You harvest what you sow. With life as short as a half-taken breath, don't plant anything but love." What sweet words to sustain us as we gaze at our world during this time of the full harvest October moon. A world that is now being devoured and shaken up by the ferocious winds of change. These words are like raindrops that can soothe our weary, parched spirit, words that can hold us through these turbulent days as the firestorms rage around us. Each of us must meet this firestorm in our own unique ways, seeking to nourish and sustain ourselves as we rise up to meet the challenges. Next week, my personal firestorm will lead me into the corridors of a nearby hospital, ready to have breast surgery and walk the firepath of cancer. As I prepare for this journey, the second time round, for the cancer has returned, I wonder what will sustain me. What sources of sustenance can I tap into that will nourish me? Here is what I wrote in my journal a few years ago. Cancer has come to show me a new way. It is a poignant time of grief and abundant gratitude. Grief for all that I must now let go of and surrender, and gratitude for the gifts that I know will show up on the journey, if I remain open and trusting. I choose now to harvest seeds in the soil of my awakening. To do this, I must retreat into deep, nourishing silence, into a holy cave of healing where I can quietly tend to my health, listen to my body's wisdom, and learn how to meet my cancer with utmost compassion. I cannot walk onto this fire path with fear and panic, for that will only create more fear and panic. For were I to only see this cancer as punishment, I would be captive to profound shame and despair, enslaved by my own virulent fears. Seeing the cancer as an awakening offers a kinder, truer path to my healing. Seeing it as a purification allows me to experience it as this place of surrendered wisdom. This is why I must be careful what thoughts I bring onto this fire path. For where I put my attention will determine the shape of the journey. This is why I choose not to use the word cancer, this dreaded C word that only conjures up images of disease and death and leaves one feeling helpless. It is a fire path, yes, but I will call it the fire path of love. For if everything at its source is love, then I have to discover love even here, within the shadows of a chronic, life-threatening disease. This is not a journey just about medical intervention, for healing will take place not just with the surgeon's instruments or the oncologist's treatment protocol. It asks for more, for me to go deeper into the realm of the sacred and the intuitive, to understand that my body is already whole, already healed, and that dis-ease resides in a body that is out of balance. Cancer, as the firepath of love, invites me to see this healing journey from an inspired, expansive, deep, and sacred place. This is what will sustain me. And Rumi's words will grace the journey. Let me now share with you a meditation practice that I love and that will sustain and nourish you as you walk your own fire path. I find it to be very healing and powerful. It is called the Jyoti Meditation, or light meditation. Set aside some time every day for this meditation. Have a candle with a bright flame before you. Sit in a comfortable position in front of the flame. Look steadily at the flame. Then, closing your eyes, try to feel it inside you, between your eyebrows. From there, let it descend down into the lotus of your heart, illumining the path. When it enters the heart, in the center of the chest, imagine that the petals of the lotus bud open out one by one, bathing every thought and feeling, emotion and impulse in the light and removing the darkness. There is no space now for darkness to take refuge. It has to flee before the flame. Imagine that the light becomes wider, bigger, brighter, that your body has become an instrument of light. Let it shine all around you, bathing you in the brilliance of love. Let it spread from you in ever-widening circles, taking into its fold your family and loved ones, your community, strangers, all men and women and children in the world, all living beings, all creation. You are now witnessing light. You are being light everywhere, for all. As my Guru Satya Sai Baba instructs, do this meditation every day without break. Do it deeply and systematically. A time will certainly come when you can no more relish dark thoughts, no more yearn for dark and sinister plans, no more crave for toxic food and drinks, no more handle ugly, demeaning things, no more suffer infliction of infamy or injury. You are then in the realm of the divine, of peace beyond words.